I haven't taken a trade since March 20th. That is 2 weeks with no trades. Now, I'm not saying there haven't been trade entries throughout that 2 weeks. There definitely has been, and there was plenty of money to make. I, however, have been extra fearful, which caused me not to take any trades. And that right there is why the art of not taking a trade is super important. I don't think you have to trade every day, and I definitely think that there are times when the market is just not presenting opportunities. That's okay. Don't take a trade then. However, what's not okay is what I've been doing the last 2 weeks, which is seeing setups and not taking the setups because I'm fearful. I already know how I plan to get past this. I started with more back testing today, which I will show you here in a second. It is not the strategy. It is all up here that is causing me to just be fearful for no reason. You know, like $30 isn't going to make or break me. It's the fact that I feel like I have the potential to just go in an unlimited drawdown, which of course is possible, right? If it's possible, if you're just, well, anything is possible, but more so it's possible if you're just doing whatever, not following a strategy, not following your rules, not doing any of that. But if you are following a strategy, if you are following your rules, if you are doing exactly what you're doing in backtesting, well, then the data is telling me that that's not going to happen, right? Like that's very, 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 very unlikely. But somehow I still can't get my brain to understand that. It is just fighting me tooth and nail to just stay down. Stay down, you know? You're not gonna freaking start killing it with this. Like, just stay down. You gotta sit here and struggle. No, I don't have to sit here and struggle. And I am about ready to tell the brain to just get on with it. It is time to freaking commit to this shit and just, not that I haven't been committed, but it's time to commit to the point where it's like, I just have to click the button. I mean, I don't know how else to say it other than I just have to click the freaking button when the setup's there and let whatever happens, happens. You know, I've also added in a couple other precautions which haven't taken effect yet, but I'm trying to do things to lessen my fear and increase my confidence. Like I talked about last week, I'm planning to take less RR trades this month to start and see how that goes. So I'm doing that, and then I also am doing, usually I'll do like 3 L's in a row would be a done for the day. I'm lowering that to 2 L's in a row, which isn't great in the fact of like, you know, sometimes that third trade will get you back to break even. But I was looking at the times where I did take 3 trades, right, and try to get out of those first 2 losses. I think like only 1 out of the 5 times that third trade got me to break even from those other 2. So looking at that data, right now it doesn't make sense for me to take those 3 trades because that's also putting me, like if I do take 3 L's in a row, that's putting me more into drawdown. Whereas it's harder for one day to make it up. It has to be like a really good one trading day. Most likely it would be 2 days to get me back out of that. So the lower RR and the 2 red trades in a row, I think is going to help with that curve. So there is a right time to not take a trade if the market is choppy, if your setup isn't there, if you're not feeling it, like, you know, mentally, you're just not there, you're distracted. All those are good reasons. They're all very good reasons. I'm happy that I'm able to be aware of those situations like a lot and able to be like, all right, I just need to be done for the day. But what's not okay is what I've been doing and avoiding the trades in fear. Look at these backtesting results. Again, when I do backtesting, it's just based off of like the stock price, not on options. But this was just for a random month, November of 2024. Testing the 5-minute break and retest only. However, the interesting thing is that when I'm doing the 5-minute break and retest, it usually aligns with my 2-minute, 1-minute break and retest as well, or those fair value gap entries after the break of structure, retapping into the 5-minute gap. So, look, this is not like not working. You know what I mean? It's not working. It's just me not working. I'm currently broken, but we are working on super gluing me back together. 31 trades, nice smooth curve up, good profit factor, a 66.67 trade win percentage, and an average win to loss of 2.06. Scrolling from the bottom, not taking more than 2 or 3 trades a day, max. Look at all these wins that I have in a row. Couple losses scattered in between. It's just it's just something I have to take. The other change that I did was I was taking that lesser P&L as well, sticking around that $1.20 to $1.50 move. That $1.20 to $1.50 range, that should more closely align to the $65 TP that I'm saying of doing with the new options. Because if I'm getting right now, because the moves have been volatile, I've been going down to, instead of like 0.5 delta, like 0.4 to 0.43 delta. I am always looking for theta to be lower than the delta, though. I don't want to lose money faster than I can make money. So with that at 0.4, that's about $1.50 move that I need in order to hit that $65 mark. That hopefully helps a lot. And now I kind of am going to figure out, it's just not such a large move, right? But I want to try to figure out how to go to break even quicker. But with the options, it's just like a little bit harder because it doesn't really give you like as much space to do that comfortably without like automatically choking it out in the beginning of the trade. So I might not be able to do that with the 1 to 2. It might just have to be like 1 to 2. I just let it ride. Whatever happens, happens. Once I add contracts in the future, I could do that, right? I get to 1 to 2, then I move my stop to break even, yada, 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 and move on from there. But I think at the 1 to 2, I kind of just gotta let it like stop or take profit. It's either one or the other. There's no in between. Unless it gets so close to my take profit and I start seeing like resistance, I don't think it makes sense, me personally, to have something within like $5 of my TP and just let it all the way go back all the way to, negative $30. So maybe I could do something where like if it's within $10 or $15 of hitting my TP, I can at least go to break even. That's something that I could consider, because there's no point in a trade. I'm okay letting my profit ride to see if I can get that last bit to an extent. But why would I let a trade that is almost a 2R go to negative money? That does not make sense or work well for me personally. It is a battle because it is so crazy how I can go onto backtesting, how I can look at charts and be like, boom, boom, boom. This is what I'm looking at. This is what's most likely going to happen. This is where it's going to react. This is where it's going to want to go. Like, I could do all that, like, really no issues. Yes, of course, sometimes I'm wrong, but a lot of times I got a pretty good idea. To still be struggling on that last execution part is it's hard, It's definitely taxing on all avenues. I just need to keep convincing myself that I need to take the trade in order to realize why it didn't work, right? Like I have the idea of what I see happen again and again and again, and I know that usually when I have my good trades, they follow all those guidelines. So if I know that happens, if I know that that is a profitable strategy, I just need to keep taking the trade so that way when the trade doesn't work, I could analyze it and know why it didn't work. Did it just not work because it was just one of the non-working trades in the strategy? Or was there something that I did that I shouldn't have done and something I could fix to not do anymore in the future to better my win rate, better my P&L overall? Like, yeah, it's just a lot of thinking. But I need to somehow convince myself that the only way to learn from the losses and to get better is if I take the freaking trade. Like, I need to commit to taking the damn trade. That's all it comes down to. There's no other thing around it. It's not that I don't know what the heck I'm doing. It's not that I don't have the money in the account. It's not that, I don't know, that it's raining outside, that it's sunny outside. It's literally just me standing in my own way and being afraid. You want to know what's crazy? I was actually on a flight yesterday and I looked down and I saw this. Like, this is what I think about all the time. I think about how I'm just holding myself back. And I was on the flight and I looked down at my phone and I've had this quote. This is like my favorite quote. And I've had this quote on my phone for honestly like 5 to 10 years, probably way before I started trading. It's just like, I don't know, the type of person I am, that I've always been ambitious in doing things and whatnot. And the quote is, destroy the fear in you before the fear destroys the life before you. Is that not the most accurate thing that is happening to me right now? It is a pain that I hate, but it is a pain that only I am responsible for, and it is a pain that only I can get myself out of and stop feeling. So, just gonna keep cracking at it, keep working on the art of not taking a trade. When is the appropriate time to not take the trade, and when is it that I'm just being fearful to take the trade? Big difference between the two, and just got to keep working on taking out that fearful non-trade. We'll see what next week has in store. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Later.